If you've been on this channel for a while, you should know that my second ever video properly made on this channel was a mad video, because this manga wasn't getting nearly enough attention, and right now we're at the biggest fucking point in this series and it's still not getting enough attention. I mean, that video got a little bit of a boom at like Halloween, but that's about it. It deserves more, damn it. So here I am going to be talking about chapter 13, because oh my god, this shit was some good shit, baby. And if you want to keep up to date with Mad, or hell, learn any other manga, go subscribe and hit the notification bell and like the video whilst you're already down there, because it helps me out greatly. Anyway, time to talk about chapter 13 of Mad. As the chapter opens up with Leon getting out of bed with the text saying, "A far cry from the imprisoned John," Leon gracefully awakens as we slowly get through his daily routine from the looks of it, as he turns off his alarm, gets a wet towel to go clean himself in the morning just to make food, water his plants, and even do a little bit of yoga and some stretching. As Leon gets a nice cup of coffee looking over Jericho, which is the name of the giant complex we are currently residing in for the past every chapter, just to be met by the Colonel. And they're having a conversation talking about why Leon is having a little bit of a break and who's swapping out for him. Then the Colonel makes a peculiar comment towards Leon. "Leon, I'm always grateful for everything you do. I couldn't have achieved any of this on my own," with Leon responding back with, "Right back at you. It's all thanks to you and everyone else that we've made it this far. The alien invasion, the tragedy with Matilda. We've overcome so much hardship, and we're gonna keep doing the same. As long as we've got family, we can take on anything." With the Colonel looking at Leon with a bit of a snidey look. Because if you haven't been reading Mad, you should know that only really Leon has really enforced the idea of everybody who has been working under this complex is a family. The Colonel's never been a big team player. He's mostly just been the standby leader, the one who looks over everything to make sure everything is working functionally. But I guess you could say he's kind of feeling it, but that could also just be because he has a massive amount of faith in Leon and anything Leon rarely says, as he is the motivator of everybody who has participated in this group. But Leon ends up chuckling, not knowing how the Colonel is looking at him, and then proceeding to say, "That reminds me, I was talking to the guys the other day about what we were doing after we saved the world." Liam said something pretty wild. Said he wanted to hold up 50 beauties in a bridge pose for 8 hours to take the Guinness World Record. Crazy, isn't he? But, well, that's a part of his charm. The Colonel may be impressed. I don't know. From this little panel here, looks like he's, like, smiling a little bit. Maybe. Big fucking maybe. I can't tell with this artwork. But then Leon reminds the Colonel about how much he liked music and made a bowstring little joke about saying they should gather the biggest speakers in the world so they could constantly play his music all the time. But the Colonel snaps back by saying that might be difficult, not referring to the goals they're going to achieve or the end result of saving the world and everything the main crew kind of want in this place. No, he's referring to surviving in general, because in the last chapter, was it last chapter? I think it was the chapter before, aka chapter 11, the entire group ended up finding out that the alien invasion is only really hunting after humans, and if anything else kind of dies, if there's anything left surrounding them, then they will also eat that, but they won't actively hunt for anything else other than the humans. And it's that mindset I believe the Colonel is thinking with here, as he proceeds to say, "There won't be a happy ending for you or for me either. Sooner or later, we'll face judgment." Leon is caught by surprise, but he doesn't have that much time to really counter back with anything snarky or hopeful, as one of the guards goes up to him and says one of the prisoners had just died. We then get a cut to both Bob and John doing what they've been doing for the past several chapters. Bob looking over the prisoners and John doing push-ups. He's still doing push-ups from that last chapter. 1 push-ups at that, which is insanely impressive. God, John is in very good shape for a man who's literally a giant tumor. But he collapses, spewing blood as he has been doing for the past several days, with Bob only just looking at him, having nothing to say. But as Bob's relaxing, checking out John and his mishappenings, Leon ends up coming through, welcoming himself just to go to the cage right next to John's. And if you know who that belongs to, you should know it's a tragic tale. And as Leon is looking at the body, he just simply says, "John, Ethan's dead." With John being speechless. He has no retort. This entire reason he has been doing push-ups is his mental image of Emma telling him to do so, and Ethan's motivation. But as Leon goes into John's cage to go pick up his dead carcass, all John can do is look up, crying blood alongside Leon, who is also crying, as he proceeds to say, he tried his best, just like the others, as he is holding a mutilated body. God, it is fucking hard to look at. We even get a close-up of Ethan's mutilated face, with nothing there to salvage. Leon is crying, Bobby seems disinterested, and John is completely lost it. He's gone for words. But then, mental Emma reappears, saying, you're gonna make it, big bro. You've done your push-ups, right? So you've got nothing to worry about. Just one final push, as he proceeds to point at Leon, and says, end him. And almost as soon as she says him, Leon's arm gets blown off, with Bobby barely escaping the little explosion that just came out of John's cage, as Leon is forced back against the wall, dropping Ethan's carcass, smashed up against the wall. All he can do is look up at the newly evolved John, as he proceeds to see a tail, armored feet, hands, chest, helmet with horns on it. And then we get to see John's evolution, and it looks rad as fuck. Now, if you've been paying attention to the Mad Manga, you should know John's specific evolution here is insanely concerning for humankind. Let me catch you up from chapter 9 onwards, as 9 onwards is when we get to see the actual base of Jericho, and specifically the primary members under the Colonel and Leon, going out and hunting specifically the aliens, or to be even more specific, watching out at a specific nest. Because back in chapter 9, we follow 3 out of the 5 general commanders under the Colonial's army spying on an alien nest, with the 3 out of the 5 being Robert, Liam, and Oscar, with those 3 and then Thomas also being able to transform into aliens, point out there is another alien, a horned one. And then we proceed to chapter 10, in where all of them are throwing speculations about the horned one, with only Leon who has ever fought one of them, or has at least participated in a fight with one of them. Because as he points out, one horned alien is worth about 10 or more regular aliens. And the power system in this world is hyper peculiar, because it seems to be the lowest of the pecking order are regular humans. After that are the predators, aliens. And if you eat a specific diet of Jericho's junk food, there is a less likely than not chance you will turn into a humanoid alien. And we've only ever seen 2, Oscar and Leon. And both times we've seen them transform, they have effortlessly defeated aliens with little to no difficulty. In fact, we know at the very least Leon, supposedly the head of this specific group of 4, can take on at least 3 at once without really trying. And if we lowball it for theoretically the weakest person on this general squad, which would either be Thomas or Liam, 7 might be the peak for being able to handle as many aliens as they can, with supposedly Oscar, Leon, and maybe Robert being able to take on 10. And if these horned grey aliens are about as strong as the strongest of this specific group, imagine a humanoid version of that. And that's what John is. So the pecking order in general goes about humans, aliens, humanoid aliens on the weaker side of things, humanoid aliens on the stronger side of things, horned aliens, John, which is fucking crazy. But so is John right now. He's absolutely insane. Rightfully so. This entire world has gone mad. But yeah, no. When you put all those things together, alongside the fact that John had been hinted at this transformation all the way back in chapter 2, specifically the opening art of chapter 2, then yeah, shit's gonna get crazy. I cannot wait for, not next week, but the week after, for when we get more of this manga. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so fucking good. I need more. Every chapter has left you at the end of suspense every time, without failure. Whether it be the Colonel and his weird habits, Oscar and him being a cunt, Bob and him being the most likable man, maybe, ever in this world, at the very least. Leon and his borderline schizophrenic behavior, or hell, even finding out what happened to John during his journey just to try and get to Jericho, or was following even to get to Jericho. I don't know, but I am thoroughly excited to keep on reading to find out where the fuck this goes. And so should you. So you should go and read this fucking manga. It's on Manga Plus right now. Go read it. It's 13 chapters long, dude. And if you can't be bothered reading the first chapter because it's 60 pages long, I made a whole video that's like under 20 minutes talking about how that first chapter went. So go watch that and then go read the manga because it's a very easy read, surprisingly. Anyway, I'm hyped, and that's my thoughts and feelings on chapter 13 of Mad. What are your thoughts and feelings in the comment section down below? And whilst you're down there, don't forget to like and subscribe like always. Next week's video is actually gonna be about another romance manga, and then the week after that is gonna be about a Naruto power system explained. So be excited for that. Anyway, I'm JOK. I need to get this out because that romance video should have came out this week. It's coming out next week because this needed to come out first. I have priorities, damn it. Anyway, bye.